What's going on, chat? Yo, welcome to the stream, everybody. Ramsey, dude, welcome. Are you joining us from work today? Clem, welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well, thank you. Yeah, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Do you like dags? Do you like dags? Welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you're doing well. Clem, welcome to the chat, dude. Oh, that's very, very sweet of you to say. It has been a while, though, hasn't it? It has been a while. Yeah, just super busy with work at the moment and various other engagements. It was my birthday last weekend. So, yeah, had my hands full. So, unfortunately, not managed to get any streams in. But here we are. We're here with probably what will be quite a quick stream today. We're just going to do a quick flight Manchester to Dublin for St. Patrick's Day with Aer Lingus, of course, in the A32NX. So it should be nice. It's been a while since I've done this flight. We did this flight quite a lot in the past. We've done this journey, especially in many times on the channel. Obviously, we've done it with Ryanair in the 738. We've done it in the A320 many times as well. And yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. We're going to be on VATSIM, so whilst I'm not expecting any controllers on, we might get a bit of traffic around Dublin. I expect I'm probably not the only one doing this. And yeah, I can't see any controllers online at the moment, unfortunately. But we'll have to see how things pan out. There is actually a St. Patrick Day event going on VATSIM tomorrow. But yeah, unfortunately not today. I guess they wanted to do it on a Friday night. We do have ground controller on at Manchester. We've got London control on as well, which is actually covering the south area of the UK. So that's not going to apply to us. So we're going to be... we'll speak to the ground once we get underway here. But yeah, let's see how we get on. Sim Pilot Adam, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. I don't think I've seen your name in the chat before, so welcome to the stream nevertheless. Clem says, I got to last week's stream at the exact last minute. At least I did not miss a replay of an absolute butter landing. Hey, yeah, it was a good stream, that, wasn't it? Just some solid procedures going on there, I suppose. It was yeah, I just felt like everything went so smoothly that stream, and the landing just was the icing on the cake, really. And yeah, it was good, except for when we landed at Helsinki. That was a little bit sketch, wasn't it, where I missed my hold short. But hey ho. Oh, Adam is the controller on ground. Fantastic, dude. Amazing. Well, I look forward to speaking to you very shortly then, dude. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very nice. Okay, I'm not going to go there. Right then, guys. So let's get underway and let's do some stuff. So we're on the ground at Manchester Airport. This is stand number 4. And this... Oh, okay. Little pop-up there. Yeah, so it's stand number 4, as you can see. This is a real flight. They fly out of Manchester. Shamrock 203 is the call sign. And... it is actually a flight that departed today, in fact, earlier on this morning. So I've set the time to around about this morning, about 8 o'clock. I think it departs at 9 o'clock in the real world. So, yeah, I thought I'd just sync it up nicely there. And, yeah, like I say, it's based on a real-world flight that regularly departs out of Manchester. And it is actually an A320 CEO, not a Neo. Obviously, we don't have the CEO yet in the sim, but yeah, roll on Phoenix for when that comes. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Clem. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you. I'm not Irish, though, unfortunately, but yeah, nevertheless. And Rox, welcome to the chat as well. How are you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. All right, guys. So, like I say, this is going to be a pretty swift flight today. So let's get a move on. So we'll get the batteries on the external power initially. Oh, what happened there with that switch? Did you see that? Okay, we're good. All right, so we'll get things set up here. I'm going to go quite rapid, as you guys have seen this many times before. So we're going to get things set up very swiftly here on the ground. We're going to assume, well, yeah, let's just assume all the tests have been done. We're not going to run through all the tests here. We're just going to get things set up so that we can fly. And we're going to get on our way. It is quite late here in the UK, as you guys probably not used to me doing a stream this late in the evening. It's just approaching 10 o'clock here in the UK. So, yeah, it is getting on a bit. I don't want to be sort of up too late. So I'm going to just, yeah, keep it quite swift and yeah, try not to ramble on too much, which I'm aware that I'm already doing. So, nevertheless, let's get me a notepad here, just so I don't forget my call sign, which I definitely will do. So we're going to be Shamrock 203 today, and yeah, got to be one of the best call signs in the world for Aer Lingus. Got to be. Right, so I can feel it already in my bones chat. Something's going to go wrong today. I'm going to miss some stuff. So please do tell me if I'm missing anything. Right, so we'll start with getting the weather information for Manchester. So we'll go ahead and get the ATIS. So Echo Golf Charlie. And we'll format that for the printer. We'll send that off to the printer. Hey, Mariner, welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Are you going to join along? Adam T says, hope you like the ATIS info. Oh, I'm looking forward to this now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Manchester information, Bravo time, 2120. Runway in use, 23 right, transition level, flight level 55. Surface wind, 180 at 3 knots. Very calm winds here in Manchester, varying between 140 and 240 degrees. Visibility 10k or more. Few clouds at 2,600 feet. Scattered clouds at 3,800 feet. Temperature +7, 2.6. QNH 1034. Threshold QFE 1025. Okay, great stuff. Fantastic. Info is supposed to be Jack Daniels. Oh no, has it not updated yet? Do I need to request it again? Lil Pop, welcome to the chat, dude. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Flybywire does get 80s from VATSIM, indeed. Yes, it does indeed. Fantastic, Mariner. Well, we're at stand number 4 here at Manchester. Feel free to come park yourself. Listen to the frequency. I shall do that. So what are we on? 121.975. Let's have a listen.
120 Zulu. Automatic. Runway in use 23 right. Transition level flight level 55. Surface wind 180 degrees 3 knots. Varying between 140 and 240 degrees.
This sounds like the same ATIS.
Or more. Few at 2,600 feet. Scattered 3,800 feet.
Expecting a butter, of course. Of course. We don't do anything else on this channel, do we?
UFE 1025. Acknowledge receipt of information, Jack Daniels.
Hey, there we go. Oh, love it, Adam. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I'm looking forward to calling you up with that now. All right then, chat. So let's get things set up quickly before information Jack Daniels goes is no longer valid. So we'll start the boarding here. And we'll do the same on self-loading cargo. Could do with opening a door first, though, couldn't I? Oh, it's going out of sync already. I'm triggered. Come on. Right, there we go. Ready for boarding. There we go. Right then, chats. Let's see how fast we could do this. So, okay, in ItPres, we've got the weight and balance sorted, and we'll go ahead check the nav database, which is valid and active. That's all looking good. We'll do it in it A. So we're going from Echo Golf Charlie Charlie to Echo India Delta Whiskey, which is Dublin, and our alternate is Echo Golf Papa Kilo. Flight number Shamrock 203, cost index of 15, cruising flight level 240. The Tropopause 33590. We'll check that against the SimBrief flight plan in just a moment here, and I'm going to go ahead and we'll just get everything else plugged in. So we know it's going to be 23 right for departure, and we are expecting... It'd probably help if I actually had my flight plan up here. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, aren't I, chat? I have not done a brief yet. So let's actually go ahead and do that whilst things are getting started in here. It'd be good if I aligned the adheres as well, wouldn't it? That would probably be a fairly good start. I told you I was going to miss stuff today, chat. I told you. Harry, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. What are my settings? They vary. They vary. What I'll do is I'll show them on screen real quick, and you're free to pause the stream and have a look at them. But I'll just scroll down them like this, and you can go back and forward on the stream, and you can have a look at that. So it's a mixture of high, ultra, and medium. All right, we've got a little text message here. Oh, I have the Asmin departure. Okay, has SimBrief done me dirty here? Oh yeah, it's put 05 right, hasn't it? Okay. Okay, are we gonna have to do a reroute here? Right then. Okay, yeah, please do. Yeah, thank you very much for that, Adam. So very helpful of you. Thank you, dude. Yeah, if you... I don't know, do you want me to actually request the clearance before you do the reroute? Unless you want... Yeah, you could just send me the reroute, I suppose. All right, then. Cool. Chat. All right, let's have a look then. We'll jump over to the fuzz pads, and we will do a very brief briefing before we get underway. Obviously, some of this OFP is not entirely valid here because we are getting a reroute from our kind controller, which is Adam here. Beautiful. Thank you very much for that. Right, okay, so let's have a look then. So we'll have a look at our OFP. We do have a slight reroute on this flight plan, so we'll go through that as well once we get underway here. So we're going to be Shamrock 203 today. We're going from Manchester to Dublin International. We're in the Airbus A320 Neo. Today's date is the 17th of March. Our expected off-blocks time is in 20 minutes, and the arrival time in Dublin is going to be 23 minutes past 11 anticipated, and cost index of 15 we're going to be using today. Ground distance is only 178 miles for this flight, and we've got an average wind component of quite a strong headwind there of 43 knots, so that is going to slow us down a little bit here, but never mind, we don't really have a choice in that matter. So Alternate is Echo Golf Papa Kilo. 10 points in the chat if you can tell me what that is. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Flight level that we're going to be flying at today for the cruise is flight level 240. Block fuel we need to order is 4696, which we'll get done in a moment here. Looking at the routing, we are going to depart from Manchester. It's actually going to be 23 right here, so I'm just going to change that like so. And then we have got a reroute here from our kind controller, Adam. And I'm just going to attempt to copy that over here. So we're actually going to go for like so. And we can expect the one of the ECLAD departures from Manchester, which I shall just have a quick check on now. Just see what we're going to expect there. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be expecting the ECLAD 1 Romeo departure. So I'll type that in. So this is our new routing. So we're expecting 23 right here at Manchester. That is the current runway in use. We have checked that on the ATIS already. And I'll get rid of that. Routing is as follows. We're expecting to use the ECLAD 1 Romeo departure, which takes us out to ECLAD, then Yankee 53 to Wallasey VOR, Lima 10 to Penil, Lima 28 to Leldo, Mike 145 into Bagso, and the Bagso 1 kilo arrival into Dublin. Runway 34. Now, that may change as we're underway here. Obviously, SimBrief has already got the weather wrong for us once tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Coming further down, looking at the weather very briefly here, we have got the ATIS here, so I'm not going to go over the weather for Manchester once again. But looking at the weather for Dublin, we've got winds at 1404 knots, over 10 kilometers visibility. I'm definitely going to stop doing that right now. A few clouds at 1500, scattered clouds at 3000. And 6 degrees temperature, 4 degrees. Dew point, QNH 1035. No significant changes there. So, yeah, pretty benign weather actually for Dublin. Usually, Dublin can be pretty rough and ready airport to fly into. Oh, it's Prestwick, our alternate. Okay. So, yeah, not too bad there at Dublin. As you can see, the forecast for... actually, this was this earlier on today? So 17th between 1800 and 1900. I'm not sure why it's giving me that information there. That's actually past. But seems like it was pretty goddamn windy earlier on today. But looks okay now. So that is about it. We'll have a quick look at the significant weather charts here and see if there's anything that affects us. That's our routing. This is the significant weather chart here between flight levels 100 and 450. As you can see, we've got a jet stream coming straight over the top of Manchester here at flight level 320. Now, that shouldn't really be a concern of ours because, number one, we're not climbing up that high, and number two, we're actually flying away from the airfield at a lower altitude. So that's not going to affect us at all. We do also have right here as well. So between flight levels 150 and flight levels 410, we have some moderate turbulence forecast on the departure here. So as you can see, we've got the number 1 here, which relates to this. And you can see we've got this dashed line here showing the outer bounds of that area. So potential for turbulence on the way out. And obviously this is still on the next chart up, which is 250 to 630. We're only going to be flying to 240 today, so that this chart will cover us completely. As you can see there, we've got the winds coming in from the west and up to the higher flight levels as well. Profile chart for today's flight is going to be as follows. And that is about everything really for the OFP. We'll have a look at the charts once we've got underway here. But first, I want to just adjust our MCDU to the new routing here, and we'll see what we can find. So we are going to go 2-3 right, and we're going to use the ECLAD 1 Romeo as well. That's what we're expecting once we get our clearance here. So I'm going to insert that. I'm actually going to come down here as well, and I'm going to correct the flight plan. So from ECLAD, we want to go Yankee 53 to Wallasey. So we'll go ahead and remove ASMIM right there, and then we'll remove the discontinuity there. So that's actually filled us in on the Lima 975. from Eclad to Wallasey. So let's go ahead and fix that real quick. So from Eclad Airways, we want to go on the Yankee 53. Is it going to let me do this now? It should do. No, it's not. Do I have to clear it out first? I think I may have to do. Okay, that's not having it. So I'm just going to go ahead and just remove it completely like this. There we go. Eclad Airways. Now it's not going to let me insert it at the top here, so that is that's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it? Interesting. Okay, so if we just put in Wallasey, now we'll remove the disco. So we've got Eclad, Wallasey, and then over to Penil. Now let's have a quick look here on Navigraph. I believe this actually saves your login now as well. Okay, maybe I need to update it. Apparently they updated Navigraph, so it now saves your login, which is absolutely, it's just bloody fantastic. Right, so let's have a quick look on the en route charts here and see if we can work out what I've done wrong. So for departures, we want the Eclad 1 Romeo. And then from Eclad, let's just adjust this here. So we'll remove ASMIM and we'll remove this airway just to see what that does. Okay, so there's only one airway we can use there. So even if we have it as a direct, that's still going to fly on the airway there. So Eclad, and then it was actually Yankee 53. Yep, okay, so that's the one. Uniform Yankee 53 even. Oh, sorry, this is flight level 250. I need to look at the lower en route charts, don't I? So there we go, Yankee 53. Okay, so that works out perfect. So in here, I don't need to worry about putting in the airway because the direct between the two fixes is still going to take us along that airway. So no issues at all there. And then for our arrival into Dublin, I'm being told 28 left is the correct, the favoured runway. 25 winds are 250 at 5 knots actually. So, oh, whoa! Who invited V1 simulations? Yeah, so the meta on our OFP is actually quite far out. Let's see when it was issued. It was issued at 2100. So yeah, it's actually quite old now. So it's a good thing we had a look at that updated meta there. So 28 left. And we're going to go for the Bagso. I think Bagso 1 Lima might do it. Let's have a look. 2 Lima, sorry, is what I meant to say. Okay, so 2 Lima or 2 X-ray. Okay, they're both not that great, but I think Bagso 2 X-ray actually might do it better. So we'll use that for now with no via, and we'll insert that into the flight plan. So there we go. We're more or less done with that. Great stuff. Okay, so let's do the rad nav page real quick. So for the Eclad 1 Romeo departure, we are using the Manchester VOR. So we'll put in MCT into the VOR fields. And that is really about it. I'll put in MCT on this side as well. And because we are flying from the first officer side here, I will put in the radial that we need to intercept, which is 254. And we'll do a departure briefing momentarily. So that's all complete. That's fine. We do actually have all passengers on board now. So we'll go ahead and do our NIP-B. And zero fuel weight, 56.6. So let's just double check that against our flight plan here. So 56.6 is looking correct. Block fuel. Oh no, we haven't ordered the fuel yet. Bugger. Okay, so 4696. Hopefully that's not too much to put in there. It's not. So 4696, and we'll order that up. Okay, so we'll put in 4.6. I know you're not supposed to do it necessarily until the fuel's actually on board, but we do know, obviously, it is a flight sim. You know, it's not going to change the figure. whereas in the real world there might be a risk of that. So that's that. And then our headwind component is actually going to be a headwind of -43. Or should I just say a headwind of 43 knots. And that is that all complete. We'll check our fuel prediction and get our trim figure as well. Oh, they've changed this page, I feel like. This looks different. I can't get onto this fuel prediction page anymore. Is that changed now? Interesting. You used to be able to press fuel prediction and then get your takeoff CG, which you can't seem to get now. Interesting. Okay, well, maybe we just do that. That's usually about right, isn't it, chat? Maybe we do a bit higher like that. So we'll go, what's that going to be? 0.4 up. So we'll do the perf page and we'll go up 0.4. Let me know, chat, if I'm missing anything there, by the way. We'll flex to 55 and we'll do a V-speed of 2.8, 2.9er and 3.3. We'll actually redo those in a second once the fuel's on board. Oh, it actually is on board, so that's fine. No worries at all there. So that is everything complete there in terms of the MCDU. The refueling is done, so we'll go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs on, which has happened now that we've... I think that actually syncs up. It does. That's beautiful. Okay, cool. We'll go ahead and turn the fuel pumps on now as well. And we'll start the APU. So APU master and APU start there. We could really do with putting in the correct Q and H. I'm just going to go ahead and request the ATIS one more time. Oh, we've got a new ATIS. We've got a new ATIS, guys. Brilliant. Okay, let's get connected to the ground frequency anyway on 121.8. And sorry if I'm missing any messages, by the way, chat. I will catch up with you momentarily. I just want to sort of get things set up and get moving here. Right. Okay, so we've got information. Oh, we've got information chat downhill still, but never mind. Okay, it's changed on vPilot. It must just take a minute for the A32NX to catch up. So we've got information Jaeger now, guys. Information Jaeger, so we're stand 4. We're type A20N. We've got information Jaeger. Q&H is 102, 1035 even. All right. That is set. And our initial climb is going to be expected to be 5,000 feet. Well, that is the stop altitude for this SID, so we'll do a bit of that and that. We'll get the VORs on. APU is available. We'll start that chrono as well. Just going to turn the temperature down a little bit. Getting a bit hot. Right. Okay. All right. Let's have a word with ground then, shall we? Let's have a word. Manchester Ground, very good evening to you. Shamrock 203, stand 4, type A20N. Information Jaeger, QNH 1035, request clearance to Dublin.
Shamrock 203, thanks for the Jaeger. We have cleared to Dublin via the Eclad 1 Romeo departure, Squawk 2031.
Cleared to Dublin, Eclad 1 Romeo departure, Squawk 2031. No problem, Shamrock 203.
Shamrock 203, correct.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Adam. Much appreciated, dudes. So, just double check we had the Eclad 1 Romeo, which we do. Fantastic. Q&A, Squawk is 2031. And we'll set that, well, we won't set it to auto yet. Okay, we'll lock the door. Okay, so let's run a checklist. Right, all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, Windows, why you do this to me? Has the music stopped? Hello? No? Okay. Fine. There we go. Didn't want to be alone with my thoughts for too long there. Right. Where's my checklist gone? There it is. Alright, cockpit preparation checklist. So, gear pins and covers are removed. Fuel quantity is 4.7 tons. Seatbelt signs are on. Adheres are in. Nav bar ref is set to 1035. That is set on both sides. Great stuff. So, APU is warmed up now. Well, nearly. We did press the chrono a bit late, so we're going to assume that by the time we've got our push clearance anyway, we should be fine. So we'll take us off the external power now, and we'll go ahead and disconnect some of the ground services here. In fact, we'll disconnect them all. Avanti. Right then, has Mariner joined us? I don't see him. We're very alone here at Manchester. There's no one else around us. Oh, come on, baggage. Let's just have a quick look around this airport, though, guys, because it's been a while since we've flown around here. And look at how well modelled this airport is. It's Manchester Airport by Macco Simulations, if you're interested. Fantastic scenery. Oh, we're not alone.
Welcome to Manchester, taxi to stand 8.
Oh, we've got another Shamrock. Double morning to you. Do you like dogs?
Via Bravo and Juliet Foxtrot. Bravo and Juliet Foxtrot, stand 1. Thanks for waiting.
Beautiful. Anyway, guys, fantastic scenery. Highly recommend you grabbing it if you fly out of Manchester. Very popular airport on VATSIM. Very nicely modelled here by Macco Sim. This is actually their first airport, so big props to them for doing something of this quality right out of the gates. Manchester is more or less my local major airport, so I do know it quite well, so I can vouch for this being a top-notch scenery, mate. Why is the baggage loading the bags back on now? Please, just leave. Just leave! Right, I'll tell you what we will do, though, is we'll actually pre-plan our pushback here. So I'm anticipating facing to the south here, I believe. Yeah, we're going to face to the south most likely, so let's actually just pre-plan that right about now. So we'll go ahead and do a bit of... I think that should probably do it, I think. And then what we can do is we can go to press enter, and then we'll request pushback. We're not going to actually start the push yet, but what this is going to do is it's going to force the ground services to disconnect this. They don't seem to want to work for me at the moment. Right. Okay then, chat. So we are about there. Let's do a quick departure briefing. We've got 3 minutes before our passengers start to get a bit antsy. So departure in less than 1 minute, apparently, actually. Okay, never mind. So let's do a departure briefing anyway. So we're here at Manchester. This is Echo Golf Charlie Charlie in the UK.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed.
As you can see here, airport elevation is 257 feet, and we're currently here at the Bravo Pier. Currently at Bravo Pier, stand 4, and you can see this right about here. So as you can see, stand 4 right here. We've got Mariner on the channel. Mariner on the frequency. Love to see it. So, in terms of the taxi, we can expect to push back facing to the south here. We're going to probably get a taxi clearance down Lima, and then on to Papa, and then probably...
Confirmation is Jaeger QNH 1035.
Probably Papa, and then onto Kilo, and then Juliet, all the way down Juliet, and then to the holding point for runway 23 right. That's going to be the taxi, and then we're going to use the Eclad 1 Romeo departure out of Manchester.
Please release parking brake.
I'll release the parking brake when I'm ready, sir. Thank you. Speed is going to be 250 knots below flight level 100. Transition altitude here at Manchester is 5,000 feet. And this stuff is really not too relevant for us. There are no center controls on at the moment. We've just got ground on here at the moment. So let's just check that, in fact. Yeah, so just ground on. So we can't really expect to have to worry about this kind of stuff. Obviously, we've got expect close-in obstacles as well. But I don't think that should be an issue for us. With 2 engines, fairly fresh and new. No issues at all. So Eclad 1 Romeo is runway heading, and then at 3 miles from the Manchester VOR here, we're going to take a right turn out to 274 degrees, and we're going to intercept the 254 radial from the Manchester VOR. Coming out to 8 miles from the VOR. We need to be above 2,500 feet here and below 5,000. We're then going to follow the 254 radial out to 30 miles, and we want to be above 4,000 and below 5,000 there. And again, following on the same track to 16, stop altitude is 5,000 feet here. And then passing 16 miles from the VOR here, we're going to follow the same track, so the 254 radial still, out to 21 miles from the VOR there. And that is going to lead us to Eclad, which is the final fix on the departure here. We can also identify that using the 128 radial from the Wallasey VOR here at 13.9 miles.
Taxiway, that's fine.
We are in fact going to take a right turn direct out to the Wallasey VOR from Eclad. So that is our departure, and that is it really. We'll brief the arrival once we get underway. But with that being said,
Juliet, Kilo, Papa, Charlie.
let's go ahead and get things rocking.
Juliet, Kilo, Papa, Charlie.
Hey, Chris, welcome to the chat, brother. Hope you're doing well, mate. Welcome. Guys, I'll catch up with some of the chat messages once we get on move here. I just want to get moving right about now. Looks like we have Mariner. I believe this is Mariner here in the Retro Air Lingus, which is fantastic to see. Great stuff. Okay, cool. Shamrock 203, stand for request, push and start.
Shamrock 203, stand for. Your push and start is approved, face south.
Push and start approved, face south, Shamrock 203. All right, there we go, chat. Let's release the parking brake. Parking brake is released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
All right. Might as well get the APU bleed on. We're going to need that. We'll get the beacon light on as well. And we'll do the before start checklist. Probably should have done that before we actually push back, but we're going to do it now. Parking brake is released. Takeoff speeds and thrust. So we are set to 2829 and 33 on the V speeds, flexing to 55 degrees. Windows are indeed closed, and the door is locked here in the flight deck. Beacon light is on. Before start checklist is complete. So engine mode selected to ignition start, and we'll go for engine 2 starts.
Safety is our top priority, so we appreciate a few minutes of your attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. You can follow along with the safety information card in your seat back pocket.
All right, chat.
Fasten your seatbelt and insert the flat metal end into the buckle.
Should really start the chrono there and elapsed timer. Get that running.
The crew at all times.
All right. Hey, sir. Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Welcome. We are on VATSIM, not multiplayer today now. Hope you're doing well anyway. Dan Owen, welcome to the chat, dude. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Generic Pilot, welcome to the chat as well. I hope you're doing well. Flight is it's going okay so far, yeah? Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. We have had information Jaeger today, though, so yeah, we'll see how this flight actually goes in the end. Okay, so parking brake is set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Hey, Bruno, welcome to the chat, brother. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Welcome.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect.
Hendrik as well, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well.
Holding position.
Welcome.
Thank you and goodbye.
All right, so we've got one good engine start on engine number 2 there. Let's go ahead and start the left engine. I'm just going to check something real quick, actually, before we do that. Okay, so we've got the blue and yellow powered on the hydraulics. PTU is off at the moment. Okay, fine. Let's jump in the back and engine 1 start. There she goes. SimToolkitPro, do you mean this one, Adam? Not Adam. Sim Travel? I think you're talking about this, aren't you, right? It's just an overlay for the stream, that one. As you could see, my OBS popped up for a second there. But yes, it was SimToolkitPro, yeah. Generic Pilot, no worries at all. You take care. Thanks for dropping by. Chris, the 2-3 right have the weird green patch. I don't know, actually. I've not actually flown out of here in quite a while, and I've not updated it in quite a while, actually, so I don't know. We shall find out, though, because that's where we're going. Hooligan Soldier, welcome to the chat on Twitch. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, it can be quite complex, but, I mean, you don't have to start this complex. I obviously started somewhere. We all started somewhere. Gadget FBV, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. It is a late stream indeed. Yeah, quite late for me. Harry,
ready push start.
Hang on, I've just got to listen here.
Shamrock 125, stand 10, your push and start is approved, face south.
Okay, so Mariner's got cleared for push and starts. So he's going to push in front of me, so I'll just have to hold position now for a minute, I guess. I will speak to the controller in a second. We'll just do the after start checklist here. So, before we do that, let's go ahead and turn the APU bleed off and the APU master off. We'll turn the engine anti-ice on due to the temperature here in Manchester. And we'll also come down and set the flaps to config 1+F. See the slats extending there. Lovely stuff. Beautiful. Okay, so after start checklist. Anti-ice is engine only. ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim is set to 0.4 up. Rudder trim is neutral. After start checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and do a flight controls check as well, seeing as though we're going to be sat here for a while. So ailerons full left and full right. Back to neutral. Let's get some cameras on the go here as well. Elevator full up, full down, and back to neutral. And then rudders full left, full right, and back to neutral. Great stuff. That might not be the most professional way to check things, but it does look very cool, doesn't it? We'll set the auto brake to max, and we'll bing the cabin as well whilst we are sat here. There's no point in requesting taxi right now because obviously we've got someone pushing in front of us, so we'll just wait for the taxi request. And yeah, so we'll do our taxi checklist once we get a little bit further underway here. So then, yeah, how are we doing, chat? Jeff, welcome to the chat. Max flight level to Dublin from Manchester is 240. That is the flight level we're using, so good to know. Fantastic stuff. I didn't actually know that, so yeah, thank you very much. But Harry, yeah, to answer your question, I assume you were talking about this right here. This is just an overlay for the stream. As you can see, I can change my windows. You know, it's basically just capturing my my monitor here on my PC. All right. Thank you very much for the Prestwick as well, Mariner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Jeff, Glasgow Prestwick. You guys nailed it together. Brilliant. Henrik says, when not on VATSIM, does anyone have success with either pausing or save a reload a flight in progress? Yeah, Henrik, no, I've never really had any success with that, but I haven't really tried it in too much depth, so couldn't really tell you, to be honest. Hey, Adam, thank you very much for the sub as well, dude. Thank you very much, dude. Simon says SimToolkitPro is brilliant, far better than Volanta in your opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's
Stations or stations, Manchester broadcast. New information is Smirnoff.
Oh, Smirnoff. Information Smirnoff is now present. Dear, oh dear, what is going on here? So SimToolkitPro is brilliant. Yeah, it is really good. It's far more full-featured than Volanta, but I personally think the interface on Volanta is very, very slick. It's very nice. Yeah, Volanta is great, and there are some paid features in there, but the free version is fairly decent. I actually quite like it for just looking at my... I find it quite fascinating looking on the 3D view and seeing your profile throughout the flight and your route. I find that quite interesting. And it does also give you a landing rate as well, so it's getting there. You know, it's not quite SimToolkitPro, but it is getting there actually. And the paid version does actually have some pretty nifty features. I can't lie. Adam asks, "How do I set up my views like that?" So I assume you mean, I guess you mean these kind of views.
Shamrock 125, taxi holding point Mike 1 of runway 23 right. Via Lima, Papa,
Adam,
Juliet.
I'll get back to you on that once we get underway, Adam.
By Lima, Papa, Kilo, and Juliet, Shamrock 125.
Shamrock 203, request taxi.
Shamrock 203, taxi holding point Mike 1 of runway 23 right via Lima, Papa, Kilo, and Juliet.
Taxi to Mike 1, holding point for runway 23 right via Lima, Papa, Kilo, and Juliet, Shamrock 203. Okay, so that, I believe, was the taxi instruction we were expecting. So that's very good. Yes, it was indeed, except we've got Mike 1 as a holding point, which I need to remember is actually not at the end of the runway. So there we go. Right, let's get the taxi lights on. Let's do one. Parking brake is released. Let's get a bit more lighting on in here. It is looking a bit dim. Alright, here we go, chat. Here we go. Feels like forever since we last did this. Oh, we're catching up our colleague here. Our colleague Mariner. Just check out the views, though. This scenery. Just brilliant. So we're going right to the end here, second left, and following it all the way down. Aha. Okay, so I'm being told by the controller that Mike 1 is the preferred holding point for the A320 at this airfield. Again, not something that I actually knew. Considering the amount of times I've departed Manchester in the A320, yeah, never knew that one. So thank you very much for that, Adam. Very nice to know. So we've got our colleague down there. I'm basically just following him. So nice and easy. There he is. Absolute legend.
Shamrock 125, no further ATC available, monitoring com on 122.8. Good night. Current surface winds are 150 at 3 knots.
122.8 for Shamrock 125 and copy winds. Have a good night, mate.
That's going to be for us as well in a moment. All right, let's get the predictive wind shear on now anyway, and the weather.
No further ATC available, monitoring com 122.8. Good night. Same winds 150 at 3.
1228 and winds copied. Thank you very much. Shamrock 203. Enjoy the Smirnoff. All right.
Enjoying the Smirnoff, all right?
Love it. Love it. All right, great stuff. So we're going to Unicom now. Great stuff. All right, so taxi checklist. Flight controls are checked. Flap setting is config 1 plus F. Radar and predictive wind are on and auto. Engine mode selector is in norm. Ecam memo is takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist is complete. Going to slow down a bit here. This is Mike 1 coming up on the right here. Using FSLTL for the model matching here today, chats. Alright, so parking brake is set. We'll go ahead and turn the TCAS on now as well. Great stuff.
Manchester traffic, Shamrock 125, taking off runway 23 right, Echo 1 Romeo departure, Manchester traffic.
Beautiful. This is such a great scenery, isn't it, chat? So good. With the car park there and everything. Very, very nice. Manchester traffic. Shamrock 203 is lining up behind departing company traffic on runway 23 right. Manchester traffic. Alright, so as you can see, chat, Mike 1 right here. We're going to take a right turn and come onto the runway behind our company A320. We'll wait for him to start his takeoff roll before we actually go ahead and line up. Looks like he's giving it the beans right now, so let's get onto the runway here. There he goes. Beautiful. Very good. Very good, very nice. Alright, chat. Do you like dogs? Alright. Alright. I do have to apologise for anyone in the chat who is actually Irish. My accent is pretty poor, but I'm not taking the piss. I do actually love the Irish accent. Alright, so let's just stop here. I'm going to start the chrono, and we're going to give ourselves about 2 minutes before we actually take off. I probably should have waited at the holding point, actually, so we're going to keep an eye out behind us for any incoming traffic. Yeah, that was actually a fairly poor move by myself there. I should have waited at the holding point. Let's have a look on VATSPY, actually, make sure I'm not ruining anyone's day. Okay, it looks like we're fine. Nobody's around us for miles. So we're good. We're good. We can chill. We can chill. All right, yeah. So the model matching is FSLTL. It's in closed beta at the moment. It's not currently available to the public. I'm currently testing that for them. But it is nice, though. It is nice. It has quite good sounds, actually, compared to AIG, for example. Marcel, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Rashid, welcome to the chat as well. Good to see you. Simon says new Aerolingus livery is beautiful. It is very nice, isn't it? It is very nice indeed. Very, very clean looking. And I do really like that green colour they used, actually. It's quite a nice one, isn't it? So if we come around this side, yeah, it's quite a nice green, that, isn't it? Almost like a teal, isn't it? But not quite. Marcel says my Indian PFD are so blurry for some reason without zooming in. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. That might be a resolution on your sim. If you go into your general options here, make sure you've got render scaling on 100. If you go lower than 100, it might go a bit blurry. Adam, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch as well, dude. Much appreciated, dude. As well as Harry, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. All right, chat. We're going to get underway here in a couple of seconds. So let's just make sure I've not missed anything. We'll get the strobe lights on now as we're on an active runway. We'll get the nose lights to take off, landing lights to on. Are they going to come down? There they are. Beautiful stuff. Fantastic. All right, chats. Let's reset the chrono. Pull my sleeves up here. Oh, Colin O'Keefe, welcome to the chat, dude. Colin is clearly Irish. Sorry about that, dude. Sorry about that. All right, so side stick is half forward. So we're going to go up to 50% here on the N1. We'll start the chrono. Everything's looking stable, and we're going up to flex. Man flex 55 SRS runway. Auto thrust is blue. Takeoff thrust is set. Oh, bit heavy on the rudder there. $100 knots. V1 and rotate. Bit skew whiff on the rotation there, but positive rates. Gears coming up. Beautiful. All right, lever climb, thrust climb, climb, auto thrust, and nav. Beautiful. Looking very, very nice. Using live weather at the moment, guys. Obviously not live time. But, yeah, indeed on the live weather. Okay, so approaching the S-speed, we are indeed accelerating. Let's go for flaps 0. Speed is checked. Flaps coming up. And the slats coming in there on the front side, or the leading edge of the wing. Missing my turning, so we're going to bank right here. Still flying manually. And we'll go for AP2. We'll reset the chrono now. We'll get the nose lights retracted. We'll disarm the spoilers. Okay, there we go. Speed alt star. We're leveling off at 5,000 feet here. Have definitely gone a little bit skew whiff on the departure here, but I suppose it's not the end of the world. It's not terribly busy here. Yeah, I didn't announce my departure as well, did I? I'm not doing very well here for Unicom. So we're at 5,000 feet, which is a transition altitude. We'll set standard. And we'll actually clear ourselves up to our cruising flight level of 240. So thrust climb, open climb, flight level 240 is blue. Standard is set. And we're going to go ahead and do the after takeoff checklist. So, in fact, there's no after takeoff checklist anymore, is there? So we won't do that. All right. Great stuff, chat. Off we pop. Patrick, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Henrik says, tips on braking somewhat smoothly. Seems a bit like an on-off button, which I guess it is. I don't have pedals or variable. Yeah, so I've got pedals, you see. So that's the best way I can really suggest to actually brake smoothly. When I used to do it with a button, yeah, it's very difficult. I suppose if you've got a free axis, you could maybe bind that. That might make it a bit smoother. If you've got like a rotary switch or a lever axis, that might work for you. Not the best takeoff on centerline. Yeah, it wasn't quite perfect, was it? But yeah, it's been a minute since I've flown Microsoft Flight Simulator or any simulator at all. So yeah, it's just kind of realigning my brain with the sensitivity of the rudder. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Audio on Twitch is horrible. Oh no. Oh dear. It shouldn't be any different though to it shouldn't be any different because it's not that's interesting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Alright, alright, alright. Right, let's have a listen to this. Hello, hello, testing 1 2 3. Hello, hello, testing 1 2 3. No, that sounds perfect to me. Yeah, it sounds fine on Twitch for me. I'm not sure if that's your browser. Maybe worth giving it a quick refresh. And here we come over the Wallasey VOR, just over by Liverpool. Sorry, we're Eclad. We're going to the Wallasey VOR now, even. Is that Liverpool Airport down there? I believe it is. It is indeed. Very good. Very nice. All right. Great stuff. So yeah, Henrik, about the braking, that's what I would recommend. I would recommend binding your brakes to an axis. And like I say, in the past, I have used on your joystick, you have those little throttle. I actually used that for a while before I had pedals, and that actually worked quite well, actually. It doesn't work too badly. You just got to make sure you set up the sensitivity as well in conjunction, so it's nice and smooth curve. All right, we're on our way, chat. Not got too far to go with this flight. Only 141 miles remaining. All right, now we're above the clouds. Ice is not detected. Let's go ahead and turn the engine anti-ice off. We'll go ahead and turn the landing lights off now as well. And seatbelt signs can come off as well. Let's see how the passengers are doing in the back. 81% satisfied, of course. I'll serve you guys up what we got today for the food service. Well, actually, no. It's St. Patrick's Day, isn't it, guys? So we're going to have to serve up some Guinness. I'm trying my very, very best not to say anything with an Irish accent at this moment in time. But yes, we're going to serve up some Guinness in the back, whether you like it or not. You're going to drink it. It's full of iron. Did you know that? Full of iron. It's very, very good for you as Guinness. All right. Well, the pilot's going to enjoy a red wine. There's no need to worry in the back. Yeah, you missed a trick there, Adam. Guinness, information Guinness. Yeah, that would have been good, that would have been good. Oh, well, you had everything else. You had everything else. All right, so how are we looking on the ATC situation? So we've got no ATC on in Dublin at the moment, unfortunately. So it looks like it's going to be a fairly quiet flight from here on in. So yeah, chat, how are we all doing today? How are we doing? I feel like I had something I wanted to show you guys, but I can't quite remember what it was. Okay, yeah, so obviously the PMDG still releasing, updates for the 737, and I actually read one of those recently. I don't know if you guys caught this, but they did a little update the other day, and it was very, very impressive. The screenshots, they do look extremely good, so I'll share that with you guys if you've not seen it. So if you come to the PMDG forums here, there's a sticky post at the top. The 15th of March, so it's a couple days now. But just take a look at this screenshot, guys. Like, look at the texturing on that. That just looks absolutely nutty. Very impressed. Very impressed. Like, if you look up here at this kind of area where the light shines through and you've got, like, these scratches behind the plastic, it just looks so good. And then up on here as well, like, look how zoomed in this is. This is just incredible. Like, look how sharp and detailed everything is. It just... Like, when I saw some of the past screenshots of the 737 for, you know, the PMDG, I was a little bit... I did see a few textures in there. Obviously, it was in development. But I did see a few textures in there, and I was sort of thinking to myself, oh, I hope they don't keep those textures. And, yeah, it looks like they're going to prove me wrong. It looks like they're improving all of the textures and everything in the flight deck, which is absolutely amazing, to be quite honest with you. They have said that now that they are in a good state with the beta, if you read the post, now they're in a good state with the beta for the 737. They are actually looking to actually sort of amp up the level of detail and quality in the add-on now. So, yeah, looking very, very promising indeed. All right. So then, let's get some weather for Dublin. So, we'll go ahead and remove these. Not entirely necessary, but you guys know me. I will get confused. So I've got information Jack Daniels here. I'm going to keep that there just because why not? How far have we got to go? We've got 115 miles. Dublin Airport is more or less at sea level, so we're only going to need... Let's see, we're not going to need... Why does the calculator just not work here? I'll just do it in my head. 246, 48, 72, 82 miles we're going to need to do the descent. And we'll have a look at the charts in a moment. We haven't got too far to go, though, so we won't get too carried away. But we've got in the Bagso 2 X-ray, I believe. I put in the Bagso 1 kilo. I think Mariner said he was doing the 1 X-ray, didn't he? I suppose we could still go for the 1 kilo and then just, if necessary, we'll adjust things or do the hold. So we're going for 28 left. Let's bring up the charts here. We'll go for the ILS. So let's do a bit of a arrival briefing into Dublin. All right, then, shit. So we are coming to Dublin, Ireland, and that is Echo India Delta Whiskey. We're going to be flying the Bagso 1 kilo arrival, which is an RNAV arrival. In fact, no, we're not. That's runway 16. So we're not going to do that one. And I'm looking on the wrong section. Okay, let's just go for 2 X-ray. Let's go for 2 X-ray. I'm just going to check the MCDU, make sure that's what I've actually got in. Yeah, it is. Okay, it was just me who had the charts wrong. Right, okay then, chat. So we're going to be flying the Bagso 2 X-ray into Dublin, Ireland. Again, this is an RNAV arrival for runway 28 left, and the speed is 250 below flight level 100, which we're already used to. So Bagso 2 X-ray is going to bring us in at Bagso, just here. Max 250 knots and below flight level 100 is what we need to aim for there. So we might have to start our descent a little bit earlier. And from Bagso, we're going to come on the 275 track towards Adsis. And then we're going to take a left track 231 towards Kerav. We can also identify many of these points using VORs. But we're going to actually ignore that just for the brevity of this briefing, because we don't have too much time here. We're going to take a left turn 129 track to Kogax. Flight level 80 is the required altitude here, and then we're going to take a right turn out towards Lapmo. Lapmo is max 180 knots and minimum 3,000 feet. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to cut it short there, and we're going to jump back into the flight deck here and make sure that we've got everything in there correctly very, very quickly here. So backsail, we want to be at 250 knots. And we want to be at below flight level 100. So we'll go like so. Okay, now just do a quick calculation here to make sure that we do meet that constraint. So we'll put in Bagso into the progress page here. And we've got 50 miles to Bagso. We need to lose 14,000 feet. So 42 miles we need. So we'll actually start our descent in about just under 8 miles to flight level 100. And then from there on, we shouldn't have too many issues with the calculation of the descent there. So I've just got the weather information, so we'll get that printed off initially, and we'll jump back over to the charts and we'll brief for the ILS. So once we arrive at Lapmo is going to be basically our transition onto the ILS as well. So we're going to fly the ILS for Dublin Island, runway 28 left. Airport elevation we haven't already covered, but that is 242 feet. Runway elevation is 202 feet here. And the localizer frequency 111.35. Just checking this whilst we go through it here. That is tuned and correct. Final approach course is 278 degrees. And looking a bit further down here, transition altitude is 5,000. We don't have any ATC at the moment, so we're just going to take the transition altitude as the transition level here. MSA for Dublin is 4,000 feet at the highest, which is south of the airfield, which we will roughly be coming into, but not for too long at all. So the approach looks like this. We're going to come in at Lapmo, 3,000 feet, and then we're going to continue on the final approach course down to 2,500 feet and level off. And then we are going to come to Maxev at 7.1 miles from the localizer. We're then going to start on a constant descent path of 3 degrees, which is the glide slope descent angle. And fairly standard, really. Fairly short final, but yeah, this we're starting at 2,500 here, and then minimums of 402 feet. Go around procedure is to climb straight ahead to Gannet, max 3,000 feet, and then turn right, max 220 knots. So the go around altitude is 3,000 feet essentially, but we're not going to go around, are we, Shats? Sorry, the go around altitude is actually 5,000. So yeah, that is that. I'm actually going to initiate the descent here. I know you guys can't see it right now, but we have already talked about that, and I am a bit late at doing that as well, so we might have to just speed things up a bit there in the... sorry, might have to just add a bit of drag. Right, so thrust idle open descent, and we are descending now. Okay, so to brief the taxi very, very quickly here, we're going to come in on 28 left here. We'll aim to vacate... We'll probably vacate at Sierra 5, which is fairly normal for us here at Dublin. We're going to take a right turn onto Sierra. We'll taxi on down Sierra, and then we'll go Whiskey 2 down to Link. We'll go to Link 4, and then we'll go to one of these stands here, I believe is where we would usually go for Aer Lingus. So that is, in fact, going to be coming up Whiskey 2, crossing runway 1634. We're going to come to Pier 2, so we'll use Link 4, and we'll take a... we'll probably just go straight in for 203 if it's free, just to make things simple there. So that is a taxi in, fairly simple and straightforward. So that is the arrival briefing. So, what we also need to do is do a landing performance calculation. What we'll also do first is we will come to our perf page and we'll get the weather information put in. So QNH is 1036 as per the meta we've got here. Winds are 230 at 5 knots. Temperature is 6 degrees. And the minimums we're going to be using for this approach is 402 feet. And we're going to land in config full for the landing. So we'll have a quick look on here. Let's get our landing performance. So we're going to go Echo India Delta Whiskey. We'll get the METAR. Runway altitude is going to be 202 feet. Runway heading is going to be 278 degrees. Runway condition is dry. Runway slope we'll put at 0. Landing distance of Vale is going to be... 28 left is going to be 2,341 meters. And the approach speed is Going to be 128 knots. Our landing weight, we are expecting to be 59,464. Flaps full, we'll use reverse thrust, and we shall calculate. There we go. So we can use low auto brake, but we are going to use more or less the whole runway. So we'll go ahead for medium auto brake for this landing. It is the final landing of the day, final flight of the day. So we'll go for medium auto brake there. So that is that all done. Let's go ahead and just check our progress here. I did hear Mariner speak on the radios there, but it was very garbled, so I didn't quite make out what he said. But I think he said he was going... did he say he was going direct, perhaps? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's see how we're doing on the descent profile here. So we're currently at flight level 171. We need to be at flight level 100 by the time we reach Bagso. So we've got 20 miles to go and only 6,000 feet to lose. So we're basically bang on profile. We're actually doing very, very nice indeed. So we've got brake medium in blue, alt blue, and flight level 100 blue. Right, fantastic stuff. I'm actually going to give ourselves a clearance down to 3,000 feet here. We'll turn off the VOR display. We're not going to use that for this arrival, although you could do. We're not going to use it in this particular instance. We'll set the TCAS to below. Should have done that whilst we were in cruise, really. But never mind. All right, chat. We're getting some buttery frames up here over the Irish Sea. Easier to go lap mode directly from Bagso. Yes, I think I do recall that from last time I flew in here. I put a link to the PMDG 737 page. If you just Google, if you just go forum.pmdg.com. In fact, I'll just do it. There's a link to the PMDG forums if you're interested in looking at that. So, easier to go direct Lapmo after Bagso. Yeah, we'll do that. So, as you can see, we've got a bit of a kink there. So, we'll go direct from Bagso to Lapmo, which is going to cut off that corner. So, let's go ahead and do that. We'll actually go ahead and we'll just clear out these waypoints rather than giving ourselves a direct. Just gives us a little bit less work to do. So, we'll do that. And that gives us a nice straight line then in between the two. So as you can see, we're coming to flight level 117. We need to be below flight level 100 as we approach Bagso. We also need to be below 250 knots, which the aircraft should actually slow down to on its own. Although it's not leaving itself a lot of room here to play with, but I'm just intrigued to see what it does here. We don't have too much traffic around us, so no real concern. There we go. 250 knots there. Oh, beautiful. They must have improved that. That seems a lot better than what it was before. And we're going to carry on down here. So let's get the landing lights on now, as well as the runway turn-off lights. We'll get the seatbelt signs on as well. Archie, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing well. Which method do you use to set up those views so you don't whiz through a transparent cabin? Okay, so these are basically just the... Adam was asking this earlier on as well. So, yeah, basically what they are the showcase camera views. Not that one. So if you go to the camera and bring up the showcase, and then you've got these fixed views here at the bottom. So all you need to do is set up a keybind for those. Or set up a keybind to switch to the showcase camera, which is the drone camera, basically. You basically just need to set up a keyboard shortcuts for that. So if you set up a camera which goes to the drone view, and then if you also set up a camera which switches between, I'll just show you very, very quickly. So I actually have it on my mouse, on the side buttons on there. So if you go to camera here, camera mode switches toggle drone and then cockpit external view mode. So you want to bind those two. Feel free to pause the stream if you missed that. But yeah, if you bind those two, what you can basically do is, I don't know if you guys can see this too well. In fact, we'll just do this. So you can see here on my mouse, I've got the two side buttons. So if you can see in the background just over here what is, you know where I'm pointing. You can see what's happening. So if I press the drone camera, this is a toggle drone. That's not working. So if I go to the toggle drone here, that's actually going to bring me to the showcase camera, as you can see. But the reason it does that is because it remembers when you switch to the drone, it remembers whether you were previously in the drone camera or if you were in the fixed cameras, which are also part of the drone camera. So if I use the other bind, which is the internal external view toggle, what that's going to do then is that's going to switch me between drone view like this. As you can see, I can move the camera as I wish, and the showcase view. So like that and like that. Like that and like that. So if you think of the showcase drone camera as toggling between those two, and then the cockpit camera will toggle between the normal external view like that. So this external view is just, this is the chase camera, it's fixed to the plane position. And then if I press it again, it's going to go back to the cockpit camera. So I hope that answers your question. God, that spot on my chin is absolutely enormous. Pascal, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Thank you very much, dude. All right, so we're on our way down now, chat. We are looking good. We're at 7,000 feet. Might as well go ahead and set the local altimeter, which is going to be 1036. All right, great stuff. LAPMO is 3,000 feet. We need to be at, so we are well on track for that. We're actually quite a bit below the profile here, so not looking too badly at all. What we could do just to keep ourselves on thrust idle is we actually slow the speed down a bit. So I'll bring the speed back down to 210 knots, and that is going to decrease our rate of descent here, and subsequently reduce the... Sorry, it's going to basically leave us on thrust idle for longer so we can just keep those engines rolled back. Ralph, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Much appreciated, dude. Hope you're well. So we're doing well on self-loading code, 91% satisfaction. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that now because we don't really need to do anything else with that. We could say seats for landing. I think that does that automatically though, so I'm just going to go ahead and minimize it. Alright then, chat, here we go. Are we ready for the butter? Are we ready for it? Watch me absolutely cock it up now. So we've gone to local altimeter, so we'll do the approach checklist. Okay, so approach checklist. Bar off is set to 1036. Both sides, seatbelt signs are on. Minimums are set to 402 feet. Auto brake is medium. Engine mode selector is in norm. Approach checklist complete. Alright, chat. Alright, chat. Who's ready for a Guinness? Let's go. There's Ireland.
Traffic, Shamrock 125, established ILS 28 left, 3 miles, short final. Shamrock 2125, Dublin traffic.
Give it some butter, lad. Give it some butter. Alright guys, well if we're enjoying the stream today, chat, please do consider hitting the thumbs up or the like button on Facebook, wherever you're watching from. Really, really helps out the stream when you do that. I do appreciate that. If you are enjoying the content. Okie dokie. Can we see the airfield yet? We cannot. I mean, I feel like we should be able to, but we can't. We are getting some very nice frames around here, though, aren't we, chat? All right, so we're approaching Lapmo. We've got 5 miles to go to Lapmo. We've got 1,300 feet to lose. So we're basically bang on profile again.
Have a beer on me.
Hey, Asa, dude, thank you so much for the £5 tip, dude. You're an absolute legend. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much, Asa, dude. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, thank you very much. I'm having actually a glass of red wine right about now, so... But yeah, I will certainly, dude. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we've got a speed constraint of 180 knots at Lapmo here. So let's see if we go to manage speed, what it's going to do. We'll have to actually go to flaps 1 here. So speed is checked. Flaps 1 is selected. We've gone through the decel point here, so we're actually going to slow down to the S speed. Let's actually go ahead and set the speed manually to 180 knots.
125, runway vacated, Dublin traffic.
Okay, we'll get the LS push buttons on. 11 miles to go. Great stuff. We are looking fine. We're clear for the approach, so we'll arm the approach mode and we'll get AP1 in. So we've got Logstar, Cat 3 Dual, AP1 plus 2. And we've got Alt Glide Slope Blue. Alt Star Speed. And we are going to go to... Oh, we're going to stay at the current config. We'll turn the music down now for the approach. Hey, Mariner buttered it. Amazing, dude. Amazing. Very nice. Very nice. Right then, chat. Are we going to butter it, though? That is the question. Okay, localizer is captured. Glide slope is coming down here. We're going to stay at the current config and speed. 9 miles to go. And we are at config 1 at the moment.
Traffic, Shamrock 125, taxi into gate. We'll taxi Sierra, hold short 34, Dublin traffic.
Runway is identified. There's the airport in front of us. Glide slope's coming down. Okay, so we're going to actually go to config 2 now. So speed is checked. Flap set to 2, and we're going to go gear down. Alright, there we go, chat. Let's go back to manage speed now. So we'll start that slowing down even further. Glide slope star, we are descending. We'll go ahead and set the go around altitude to 5,000 feet. So we've got 5,000 blue. Glide slope is captured. We are slowing down, looking very, very good indeed. 6.9 miles to go. All right. Radio altimeter is alive. Runway is in sight. Everything is looking very, very rosy indeed. Cabin crew advised. Okay, so coming down to the F speed now. We are going to stay at the current config for a little bit longer. Just maybe a mile or so more. Two whites, two reds on the Pappies. Let's go to config 3. Speed is checked. Flaps 3 selected.
Don't forget replay.
Thank you for the reminder. We'll use Sky Dolly today because the other replay mode is just broken at the moment, isn't it, chats? Okay, so replay is recording. Okay, so 4 miles to go. Speed is checked. Flaps set to full. Let's check with the cabin. Okay, landing checklist. Ecam memo is landing no blue. Landing checklist is complete. Let's do this, chat. We've got winds 265 at the moment, so a little bit from the left. Let's do it. All right. Here we go, guys. Autopilot disconnect. Someone is about to enter runway. Dublin traffic, Shamrock 203, 3 mile final, 28 left. Dublin traffic. Hopefully he doesn't come onto the runway. I was very late at announcing my position there, so I don't blame him. Alright, flight directors are off. Autopilot is off. Hopefully he doesn't enter the runway. It does look like he's standing there, so that's fine. We've got 2 whites, 2 reds on the pappies. Yeah, that was my bad. I do apologise to that other pilot there. If you're out there listening, I was very poor at announcing my position.
500.
500 feet is checked. We're stabilised.
Dublin traffic, Shamrock 125, crossing runway 34.
400.
Continuing taxi, Bravo 2, Link 1, Bravo 1.
300.
Okay, getting a bit low. We are visual though.
200. Minimum.
Continue.
100.
Bit off centre line here, but I am sort of flying towards it.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
All right, spoilers. Decel, reverse green. Baby. Reverse is stowed, manual brakes. Beautiful, chat. 83 feet per minute. Are you having a laugh? Dublin traffic, Shamrock 203. Sorry for the late announcement there for 28 left. Vacating at Sierra 5, Dublin traffic. Alright, let's go, chat.
Shamrock 4 Golf Tango enters and departs runway 28 to the left for a eastbound departure Dublin.
Okay, so we'll get flaps up and the spoilers disarmed. I'm going to slow down a bit here. This is quite a sharp right turn here. Get the landing lights off and the strobe lights off. Wow, that was some butter there, guys. I'm not going to lie. That was very fine. Centre line was a little off. Yeah, I think we were a little off when we were a little bit high, weren't we? So we're probably a bit late at touching down, but not the worst in the world considering I've not flown this sim for quite some time. Alright, so after landing checklist, weather radar is off, predictive wind shear is off. After landing checklist completes. We'll retract those landing lights now as well. We'll start the APU. Strobe lights can go to fully off. Alright. There we go. 8 out of 10 though. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, dude. That's amazing. Very generous, I think. Very good, very good. Thank you very much, Clem. That was butter, wasn't it? But like Adam says, centre line was a little off, and the touchdown, touchdown zone maybe a little bit late there. We''ll see what it says on SimToolkitPro. I'm very intrigued to see what that was like. We've got a replay saved as well, so we'll have to see what that looks like, and we can see it one more time. We can see it one more time. Where's this landing? This is Dublin in Ireland. This is the MK Studios scenery. Dublin traffic, Shamrock 203, taxiing to stand 203 via Sierra and Whiskey. Link 4, again, stand 203, Shamrock 203. Imagine that. I've just chosen a stand which is the same as my call sign. That was completely unintentional, by the way. So the landing rate widget for the that you saw when I landed there was the it's actually an app called Bene Overlay, and it is just an overlay for the stream. Actually, it doesn't actually appear in the sim. It's just on the stream, that's all. So it probably wouldn't be very good if you're not streaming. All right. Let's check right. We're about to enter this runway here, chats. Everything looks clear, and to the left side, all looking good. Get the strobe lights on, and we're going to cross here at Whiskey 2. And we're going straight across to stand 203, which is about there. Very good. Very nice. Right, let's slow the heck down. This should take us right into stand 203. I think that's right in front of us there. So we'll get the taxi lights off. Oh, the strobe lights come back on. Oops. It is 203. Beautiful. Very nice. Dear, dear, oh dear. There we go. Parking brake is set. Let's just stop the replay there as well. All right. Chat. I forgot my keybinds. God damn it. Can I get back to the flight deck there? Okay, there we go. So, APU is avail. I'll turn the APU bleed on. We'll get both the engines off. Beacon light can come off as well. We do have external power avail. Let's use that right there. We'll turn the seatbelt signs off. Fuel pumps can come off as well. Okay, so let's get the doors open. I'm not sure if this scenery actually, I'm not sure if they've solved it yet where they can have stairs. No, they haven't fixed that yet. Okay, so we're just going to have to... Oh, we'll just do it this way. Yeah, because these doors still count for the passengers, right? Okay. The passengers said it was a bit too smooth. Of course they did. Always looking to complain, aren't they? Alright, chats. So, parking checklist. Parking checklist. Parking brake is set. Engines are off. Wing lights are off. Fuel pumps are off. Parking checklist complete. Alright, there we go. So, whilst the passengers are deboarding, let's have a look on SimToolkitPro. Let's have a look at this landing report here. Very intrigued to see how this is looking. (120 knots landing speed, minus 83 feet per minute, 0.98 G. So pretty good, really. I think our landing speed that we expected to land at was, what, 128? 128 was our approach speed, so our VLS would have been 123. So that sounds pretty good to me. So we're well within the touchdown zone there. Well, it's a little bit late, but we are within the touchdown zone nevertheless. Centerline deviation is left by 3 feet, so actually very good on the centerline there. And yeah, pretty happy with that actually. That was really quite nice. Probably flared for a little bit too long, hence the slightly lower landing speed there. But obviously we did butter it, so you know, either or. We had medium auto brake as well, which meant we could easily vacate just here, which is where we vacated, and we came down this way like so. So yeah, very good, very pleased with that. That was quite nice. We can have a look on Volanta as well and just see what that looked like on there. Landing rate 87 on Volanta, but there you go. You can see the nice 3D view there on Volanta for the actual flight path, which is very nice. Maybe not for this flight, a bit of a boring flight path, but you know, if we look at something like this into Queenstown, for example, which some of you guys may well remember, where we had to do a go around. We did a go around here, went all the way back round, and then came in, did the circling approach, and then landed. Yeah, very interesting to look at when you've got stuff like that going on, indeed, on Volanta. Alright, so the passenger's taking quite some time to deboard here. Chat, you'll have to give us a thumbs up if you like that landing, though. Seriously. That was fairly professional, actually. I'm going to log off VATSIM here, and we do have a replay. Yeah, the replay is saved, Mariner. I'm using SkyDolly today because the inbuilt replay system seems to be a bit broken at the moment, unfortunately. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm just going to instant deboard because this is taking quite a while. We got an A+, so yeah, can't really complain. We were off blocks 3 minutes late and we arrived early, so yeah, pretty good. Pretty good indeed. It still counts as on time though, apparently, so I'll take that. And a big thumbs up all the way. Beautiful. 1.64 away from centerline. That is fantastic going there, Mariner. Very, very, very good, very nice. Right then, chat. Let's have a look at the replay. I'll close the external doors here so they're not open while we're watching the replay back. And then we'll get things rocking. I'm going to go ahead and turn the... in fact, we're going to just start the engines here. And then I can turn off the APU for the replay. ...179 feet per minute. Very good. Very good, Mariner. That is, yeah. Butter, mate. Absolute butter. Oh, I haven't got the fuel pumps on, have I? Of course. Professional pilots in the house. Alright, we're going to watch a replay in just a second. Chat. Just waiting for the engines to start. There we go. So engines avail. We'll get the APU off as well. External power can come off as well. And I'm not sure if the APU is going to power down itself. It does take a little while, doesn't it? But let's start the replay anyway and just see what things look like. So here we go then. Chat. I'm going to go ahead and turn the volume down a little bit here. Alright, let's see what this looked like then. So initially I'm just going to have a look at the flare initially, and then we'll have a look from a couple of different views here. So this is obviously a manual flight here where you can see the aircraft's just shifting around a little bit more. Alright, here we go. Normal speeds. And coming in. Let's see how high we were above the threshold, actually. There's the threshold.
Too low. Terrain.
Okay. We're just below 50 feet there, so actually pretty good. 45 feet just at the end of the threshold here, so we're a good height coming in over the threshold. Let's see what this flare looks like then. So yeah, just holding it off. A slight little bit of a flare there. You can see the nose just slightly come up and then just holding it and down. Pretty nice. Nose wheel is slightly off centerline actually, just coming in there, but really not too bad at all. Let's go back a little bit further. All right, we'll go to 50% speeds, 25% even. So over the 1,000 foot markers. Another 500 feet there. And you can see my intention here is I am pointing the aircraft towards the center line. And then I'm adding in the rudder here to bring myself straight down the runway. And I do get blown a little bit. Oh, it's not too bad though, really. Nah, come on now. That's not too bad, really, is it, guys? Let's do a bit of this then. So normal speeds, and then 25% here, coming in about 30 feet. Coming in, pointing towards the center line here because I was a tiny bit off, coming in over the threshold. And left wheel touches first. Just a fraction of a second before. Still not touched. This is slow motion, by the way, guys. There we go. Left wheel, right wheel. And nose is still up there. Bringing it down. Very good, very nice. You'll never get a job with Ryanair landing that smooth. Oh, mate, I'm flattered. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Adam. My rating's going up and down all over the place here. You're killing me. Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. That was, for me, that was pretty good, I think. Can't lie. All right, chat. Brilliant. I'm going to rewind it all the way here. And we're going to check out the full landing from the passenger view here, and we're going to sign off. So guys, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was great fun. Yeah, everything went actually quite smoothly, considering the fact I said that it probably wasn't going to go very smoothly today. So appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Leave a thumbs up on your way out if you did enjoy the stream today. But thank you very much, everyone. I hope you all have a fantastic Thursday evening, what's left of it anyway, and have a fantastic Friday. I won't see you guys now again, probably until some point over the weekend. And yeah, I'll update you guys. I'll try update you on Facebook and on YouTube community. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Ace, thank you very much for the £5 tip. And for anyone else who's followed or subbed to the channel today, I do appreciate you, and thank you very much for joining in today. Adam, do appreciate the controlling there in Manchester. That's much appreciated, and great to have you here in the chat as well. So big props to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Hope you have a fantastic evening, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.